Joined by Charitha, Herath, the Member of Parliament of Sri Lanka, Porujana, Peramuna. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Your first up reaction on all that is going on in Sri Lanka. Your country is in an absolute state of chaos and pandemonium.
Yeah, actually it is very, very difficult and very different moment at the moment, and I think things will be getting into a correct track and we will be able to manage the situation with many difficult issues ahead with us.
Government has been, the Rajapaksas have been marred with allegations of corruption. How do you respond to that? And that is something, the reason why this protest is taking place and the state of anarchy is taking place in your country.
Yeah, actually there were some allegations and there were some issues, and there was some mismanagement of governing affairs. All those issues were there. And though we are in a party which governs the country at this critical time, there were a lot of internal disagreements, internal differences and internal discussions going on against some of the decisions that were made by the cabinet of ministers at that time. Like actually this is the last cabinet was the fourth cabinet of ministers that the previous president or the current president appointed. So there were a lot of internal disagreements for the regime. That is what I could right now share with you.
So obviously you do agree that this is the fault of the ruling party at this point?
Well, yes, that is true. And actually even we have written the president as a group of MPs to resign from the position because there were a lot of issues that we just need to look at and we just need to settle. But since they were not addressed in proper manner and with proper kind of knowledge, then we thought that it was good time for him to ask him to resign. Actually, we have done that thing, but he has said yesterday that he will be resigning on Wednesday, coming Wednesday 13th.
And say about the police, they're using disproportionate force against largely peaceful protests, including the army.
Well, I think actually Sri Lanka has very, very disciplined kind of, military, and there were very isolated couple of incidents that the military was not compiling with the, the orders of their superiors. But that was not a big issue, like there were a couple of isolated issues. But as a political issue, we all are concerned that we just need to look at and settle some of these economic issues, and we just need to get a government which has a real mandate of the people. I think the people think that their mandate should be rechecked. I think that can be done once the things will be settled in some level.
How do you plan to resolve the economic crisis as a country? I mean, I'm not asking you individually because this is a country that's gone bankrupt.
I don't have answer to tell that thing right now because at the moment...
no, my question was more towards another IMF bailout because you all have, if I'm not mistaken, gone 17 times for a debt bailout to the IMF.
Actually, that is one position that we have taken, and we have requested from the IMF, and IMF is in discussion level and negotiation kind of level. At the same time, we were being helped by neighbor countries, mainly including India, and that bridge financing kind of arrangements are also in the pipeline. And at the same time, we need to further develop our export revenue and our remittance revenue as well. So there are a couple of areas that we just need to focus back, and I think though the situation is not that much good, I think we will be able to manage it in future.